Hi students, in previous video we were discussing about transcription. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ actually the requirements. Okay, so the requirement for the transcription. So in transcription requirement enittappa enzymes and different factors, DNA and the production of the RNA, how actually this takes place, everything we have come across. Okay, so now in this particular session we'll continue with the transcription only and we'll study what the difference we are going to get in case of prokaryotic as well as eukaryotic transcription. Okay, so first we'll what you called discuss about the prokaryote, later I am going to extend to that of the eukaryotic transcription. Okay, so here the transcription. Okay, so ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿರೋ ಆವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ 3 ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. Okay, so you can see 3 steps. So the first step is initiation, okay, the first step is initiation. The second one is elongation, and third one is termination. Okay, so we can see 3 steps in case of what you call the transcription. That is first one initiation, elongation and termination. Artha aita? So transcription ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ? 3 stages ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So ಒಂದು initiation ಇಂದ and there the process of initiation takes place, and elongation means the elongation of what you called the RNA nucleotide, or you can say that is production of the RNA or elongation of RNA. Termination means ending the process and releasing of completely matured or completely transcribed mRNA. That is what we call the termination. Okay, so ee 3 step na now detail agi study madona. So but here you have to take the help of the previous knowledge what we have regarding the transcription. Okay, so first step, that is initiation. So we'll start with the first step, that is what we call initiation. So in case of initiation, so when you look at initiation, so in this process actually the DNA strand, okay, the DNA strand that what we are going to consider as the cistron. Okay, so cistron anta yavudana karidvo. What do you mean by cistron? The functional unit or actively involving in case of production of mRNA. That is what we call cistron. So ಆ part na navilli concentrate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. Okay, so what happens during the initiation? During initiation, that is consider we have a strand of a DNA. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ DNA strand ಇದೆ. So this DNA strand now by attachment, okay, so by attachment of DNA dependent RNA polymerase is going to open. Okay, so ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ enzyme DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme inda it is going to open now. Okay, so what is going to happen here? It is going to open. ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? So the chain, that the next step. Okay, so what is going to happen here? That is, I am going to draw this one here. So that is, okay, so that chain is going to open. DNA chain irtadalla is going to get open. Okay, it is going to get open. So hige open ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Not completely, the part only which is going to involve in case of RNA production, and the part only which is going to what you called considered as the cistron. ಆ part ಅಲ್ಲಿ initiation start ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay, so who is going to do this? This is going to be done by the enzyme DNA dependent RNA polymerase. Okay, so it is going to open, attach agadi ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದ open ಮಾಡ್ತದ. So specially this particular what you called process is going to break the hydrogen bonds. Okay, it is going to break the hydrogen bond. This specially process ಏನಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ DNA dependent RNA polymerase is going to attach to that of the DNA. ಈ DNA strand ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ attach ಆಗುವಂತ process ಅಲ್ಲಿ that you can see that the DNA is going to what we call separate its strand. Okay, so double helix ಇರೋದು ಅದು separate ಆಗಿ single strand form ಆಗ್ತದೆ, especially where actually this enzyme is acting that particular part only. Okay, so ಆದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ, hydrogen bonds break ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ, only hydrogen bonds, there is no any disturbance to the backbone of the DNA. Okay, so ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೂ ಏನೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ stress releasing enzyme ಏನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ. Okay, so just it is going to attach and going to break it and going to separate it. So after doing that, this particular what we called the initiation process. Okay, so initiation process is going to be taking the help, or it is going to be what you called governed by, okay, you can say, that is the promoter site. Okay, so promoter site iro ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ particular process ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and here also we can see that is specific sequence, that is what TAT. Okay, so this kind of sequence which are present in case of the prokaryote, they are going to help, and also in case of eukaryote triple A or TAT. Okay, so these are the specific sequence of the what you called the nucleotides which are going to help in case of considering which strand is template strand, as well as the promoter is going to help in case of identification of the beginning or the initiation of or attachment of the DNA polymerase, DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme. So RNA polymerase enzymes na attach aglike this particular promoter is going to help. That is what we call initiation. And most important thing in case of prokaryote is, so when this process is going to take place, then what we can say, that is the one more enzyme is going to, or the factor is going to attach to the RNA polymerase ಗೆ ಒಂದು factor attach ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That factor is called the sigma factor. This is what we call, that is in initiation only, attachment of sigma factor. Okay, so this is a kind of protein factor which is going to attach and help in case of initiating the process of what we called adding nucleotides. Okay, so nucleotide na add ಮಾಡುವಂತ process na initiate ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದು, that is the sigma factor. So ಈ sigma factor na ಹೇಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು, why the sigma factor is how actually the sigma factor is going to help, and which factor actually is going to responsible for the initiating the process, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, simple. So ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ, ಈ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ it is going to look like this. Okay, ಹೀಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆರಳನ್ನ. Okay, so it is going to show the direction ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿದೆ. So that's why is going to appear like this. Okay, so ಒಂದು index finger na ನೀವು ಒಂದೇನೋ ಒಂದು direction ಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದಂಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ. That's why it is going to direct the process of what you call production of the RNA ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. That is a what you call a technique. Okay, so simple what you call the method to remember which factor is going to initiate the process. Okay, so ತೋರಿಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ದಾರಿ ತೋರಿಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ you can say sigma factor is a factor which is going to initiate the process of RNA formation or RNA production. Okay, so this is what the initiation process. Initiation process ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯಿತು, that is DNA strand is identified by the DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme by the help of the sigma factor, and the promoter are also going to help to identify this particular region of the DNA as a initiating region, and breaking of hydrogen bond takes place by the help of DNA polymerase. Okay, so this DNA polymerase is only present in case of the only one DNA polymerase. Okay, so that is only, I am going to write here, only one type of RNA polymerase is present in case of prokaryote. Prokaryotically varieties of RNA polymerase illa, only one kind of RNA polymerase na ನೀವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. Okay, so next eukaryotic ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ next ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, so this is what the first stage in case of the process of what we called the production or the initiation process. Okay, this is what we call initiation. Second process or second stage or step is elongation. Okay, second step is elongation. So what is going to happen during the elongation? Initiation ಆಯಿತು, ಇವಾಗ initiation ಆದಮೇಲೆ elongation ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. elongation ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ, that is the DNA what actually is opened by the what we call the enzyme RNA polymerase. Okay, now this enzyme RNA polymerase is going to run on this particular strand. Okay, so particular strand ಯಾವ direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ, synthesis direction ಯಾವುದು? Synthesis direction is 5' to 3'. synthesis. reading direction ಯಾವುದು? reading or template direction ಯಾವುದು? template direction is 3' to 5'. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? template direction. So I am going to consider this as a template. So this is 3' and 3' and this one is a 5'. This one is 3', this one is 5'. Okay, so ಈಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ, open ಆದಮೇಲೆ this RNA polymerase is now which is having sigma factor to initiate. initiation ಗೆ sigma factor ಇತ್ತು, that sigma factor is going to removed off. Okay, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ sigma factor, because DNA polymerase, RNA polymerase can synthesize the new RNA strand by using the template, but it is going to fail to identify the or initiate the process. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ initiate ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಇಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ರಿಮೂವ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase ಇಂದ, ಓಕೆ, ಪಾಲಿಮರೇಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ನೌ ದಿಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ which is helping in case of the identification of template strand is removed off now or taken away from that of the enzyme, and now enzyme is able to move in this direction. Okay, ಈ 3' to 5' direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿ 5' to 3' mRNA ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ while doing this it is going to shift from one place to another place, somewhat like this. ಹೀಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ it is going to synthesize the new strand of mRNA. This is going to synthesize new mRNA with the complementary basis. ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಿದೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ complementary basis ಇಲ್ಲಿ? That is A is going to what you call show complementary to that of the U in case of the RNA, and G is going to show the complementary to that of the C. Okay, ಅದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ U ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ whatever A we are going to get in this particular template strand are going to be converted to that of U in case of are going to bind and going to form the U in case of this one. Okay, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, that is actually from the what you called NTPs. Okay, NTPs ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಟ್ರೈಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ NTPs ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಇರ್ತದಪ್ಪ NTPs ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Here we are going to get ATP, UTP, GTP and CTP. These are what we call NTPs. In case of DNA replication also we are going to get the energy for action of or the process of replication by this energy only. ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದಪ್ಪ ಇದು? ಅಡಿನೋಸಿನ್ ಅಥವಾ adenosine, that is nucleotide, is bond or having 3 phosphate ಅಥವಾ guanosine ಅಥವಾ cytidine ಅಥವಾ thymidine, ಯಾವುದು uridine ಯಾವ್ದಾರು ಇರಲಿ, so they are going to bind with a 3 phosphate, that is what we call nucleotide triphosphates. They are the energy rich molecule and going to give the sufficient energy for the process what actually taking place in case of cell. It may be replication, it may be what we called the transcription, or maybe the next process translation. Elladru irli ATP is going to help in case, or the DNTPs are in case of the DNA and RNTPs in case of the RNA. Okay, so ribose nucleotide triphosphates are going to help here. So these are what actually going to help in case of providing energy. And very interesting thing is that, so now this particular RNA polymerase is going to take the help of the ions called Mg+2. Okay, so Mg+2 anno ion help togotade, going to take the help of the Mg+2. This Mg+2 help in shifting as well as adding of ATP, GTP, UTP and CTP to that of the respective complementary bases. Okay, complementary base strand na produce madlikke they are going to help. And here what happens, that is formation of what we called formation of phosphodiester bond between nucleotides by RNA polymerase enzyme. RNA polymerase enzyme ಇಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೋಡೈಸ್ಟರ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಬೇಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. And Mg+2 is helping for the doing such process. Okay, so ಈ process continue ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, Mg+2 is helping. So this is what the second step, that is what we call elongation. Okay, this elongation is going to continue. Okay, it is going to continue from promoter till it reaches the terminator. Okay, so promoter ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ terminator ನ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗೋವರೆಗೆ elongation ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Okay, so after elongation, this is what we call the process elongation. After this we'll reach to the next step. Okay, that next step is called the termination. Okay, termination. So the last step in case of what we call transcription is termination. So when the DNA okay, so when the terminator region is going to reach by what we can say, that is a promoter, the RNA polymerase. So it will reach agada anta helkolri. So these are DNA, this is DNA. So now the RNA is completely formed. Okay, RNA is completely formed here, and this one is what, the RNA polymerase. Okay, so the last step in case of the process of transcription is the termination. So how actually termination takes place, that is also very important here. So after running from the promoter region to that of the terminator region, when actually RNA polymerase is going to reach the terminator region, there the polymerase enzyme, that is RNA polymerase enzyme is going to recognize itself, most of the time is going to recognize itself the terminator, what we call site. Okay, so especially in case of eukaryote, the almost all, not only in eukaryote, most of the organism, so who are under what we call undergoing this transcription process. Okay, so that particular the cistron region is provided with a sequence called palindrome. Okay, the sequence called palindrome. Palindrome andre enappa, the sequence which can read 3 dash to 5 dash and 5 dash to 3 dash similar. Okay, so for example, so ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೋಣ. ಈ ಊರ ಹೆಸರು ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ GADAG ಗದಗ್. ನೀವು ಗದಗ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಅಥವಾ ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಲಯಾಳಂ, ಓಕೆ, ಇವೆರಡು ವರ್ಡ್ನ ನೀವು ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಓದಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಓದಿ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು MADAM ಮೇಡಮ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಓದಿದ್ರು ಮೇಡಮ್, ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಓದಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅದ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ palindromic sequences. The same thing is going to happen in case of DNA. So for example, so if we have a 2 strand, that is 3 dash to 5 dash and 5 dash to 3 dash. So if you are going to read the sequence in both the direction, they will remain similar. Okay, for example, so that is A T, here we are going to get the A T, G G, C C, here we are going to get A, here we are going to get T. Okay, here I am going to get A and T. Okay, so are you able to understand now? That is from 3 dash to 5 dash, AT GC AT. Artha aita? From 3 dash to 5 dash, AT GC AT. From this direction, that is AT GC AT. Got it? This is what we call palindromic sequence. So this polymerase enzyme, which is involving in case of transcription, when it is going to reach the terminator, so in terminator region, in most of the what we call organism, we are going to get the palindromic sequences. This palindromic sequences or palindromes are going to help in case of identification of terminator site. Terminator site na identify ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ palindromes ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಸಾರಿ help ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. And also most of the time, okay, most of the time RNA polymerase can recognize this palindromes. Okay, they can recognize this palindromes and can terminate the process. What is termination of the process? Releasing of RNA polymerase from the DNA and releasing of what we call mRNA. Okay, so releasing of RNA polymerase or release of RNA polymerase from the process and formation of new mRNA is what we called the termination process. Okay, ಈ termination ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ನಮಗೆ? Recognition of the site ಬೇಕು. ಆ recognition ಹೇಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? Palindrome ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. And most of the time the RNA polymerase can identify itself. Okay, so ತನ್ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ತಾನೇ ಅದು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರದೇ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು in most of the time. But in case of prokaryotes, okay, in case of prokaryotic, it is not possible. It need help. Okay, that help they are going to take from the one more factor, releasing factor. Illenittu initiation factor. Elloitu ha. This is what we called sigma protein. That is what we call the sigma factor is what we call initiation factor or initiating factor. Okay, so here one more protein or one more factor is required to release it. That factor is called Rho factor. Okay, that factor is called Rho factor. Rho factor is going to attach to the polymerase enzyme, RNA polymerase enzyme here, and going to recognize the terminator site and going to release the mRNA and going to destroy completely complex of RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase complex na athwa release ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, destroy ಅನ್ನೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ release ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ mRNA na release ಮಾಡಿ it is going to form the mRNA. This is what actually the termination process is going to take place during the transcription. In case of prokaryote, when the mRNA is going to come out, it is completely mature. Okay, it is what? Mature mRNA. So what do you mean by mature mRNA? That mRNA which is having 5' end and 3' end and all they are exons only. There is no any introns. just for your what you call it, just to give the example ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾ ಇದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, just for example. Okay, that is exons ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. there is no any introns in case of prokaryote ಗಳಿಗೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಜೀನ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾ ಇದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೋತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. that is exons ಮಾತ್ರ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. that is what we call the mature mRNA ಅಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. so in case of prokaryotes. so prokaryotically termination ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ? by the help of what? the which factor? rho factor. so initiation ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ? sigma factor. so the sigma factor and rho factors are required in case of most of the prokaryotes. okay, so ಈ ರೀತಿ the what we call the process of transcription takes place in case of all the organisms. so what is that? the initiation, second one elongation, and third one termination. artha aita? so there are 3 steps. what they are? initiation, elongation, and termination. Initiation is attachment of the DNA dependent RNA polymerase and opening of the chain and breaking of hydrogen bond by identification of the promoter site with the help of the sigma factor. okay, so you can see the different kind of initiating what you called the factors are required here. it may be a sigma factor, or sometime some sequences are going to help in case of identification. and the reading strand is always 3' to 5' and synthesizing strand is 3' to 5' is reading strand and synthesizing strand is 5' to 3' direction. and second stage is elongation, where the process of formation or joining of nucleotide takes place. what are they called? NTPs. what are there? ATP, GTP, UTP, CTP. so these are energy rich molecule. they are going to remove the 2-phosphate. okay, illinda 2 phosphate na horagade tagadu they are going to get energy. okay, so this energy is utilized in the formation of bond. what kind of bond? Phosphodiester bond. so this is going to form by the help of the RNA polymerase and enzyme released by the NTPs. and the process of elongation begins from the promoter and ends at the terminator. okay, that is the elongation process. next one, the termination. so last step is termination. what is going to happen in termination? the RNA polymerase is going to reach the terminator site and it is going to recognize by the help of the palindrome, or else it require the extra factor called rho factor in case of prokaryote, and the mRNA is going to be released and the RNA polymerase is separated from that of the DNA strand. this is how the process of what we call transcription takes place. is this going to happen only once in case of a particular gene? ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಸಾರಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ DNA RNA ಪಾಲಿಮರೇಸ್ ಕೂತು ಒಂದೇ mRNA ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಸೆವರಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ನೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬಾಡಿ. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ 1000 what we called molecules ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ಆ 1000 ಟೈಮ್ ಈ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನಾ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಸ DNA ಪಾಲಿಮರ್ RNA ಪಾಲಿಮರೇಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. they are going to what you call synthesize the mRNA, they are going to release the mRNA and they are going to produce mRNA ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೊಸ mRNA ನ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ mRNA ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ mRNA is going to produce the protein and they are going to be destroyed. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ what we call the process called the initiation, elongation and termination in case of prokaryote. ಸೊ eukaryotically ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, eukaryote is not having simple what we called the process at the end ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿಟಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅದು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿಟಿ? ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ prokaryote we are going to get direct mRNA which is matured. okay, so adu simple ide. and in case of eukaryote it is little bit different. what is that actually? same thing, that is it will go into what we call continue with the what we can say that is a initiation. okay, and very important thing is eukaryotically most of the time ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ initiation factor ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, they can initiate themselves. okay, so initiation ಆಗ್ತದೆ. second step that is elongation. ಇಲ್ಲಿ elongation ಆಗಿ mRNA ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ process is going to stop here. Okay, what is this? Initiation, elongation, termination. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಟೆಂಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, RNA polymerase ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. As well as here we are going to get what? The specific the mRNA or the output of that particular enzyme. Okay, ಯಾವ enzyme? DNA dependent RNA polymerase. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತ ನೋಡಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ what actually mRNA or the product is coming out from the cistron during the transcription in case of eukaryotes. Okay, in case of eukaryote is not the mRNA. This is actually the hnRNA. ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ previous class ನ. Okay, this is what actually hnRNA. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ mRNA ಅಲ್ಲ. This is actually hnRNA. Why it is called hnRNA? I am going to show you. Okay, so here also we are going to get the 5' end, here we are going to get a 3' end. Okay, ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ what you call structure ಇದೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So here we are going to get what? The first thing, that is mRNA is like this. Okay, ಹೇಗಿದೆಪ್ಪ? This mRNA is like this. Okay, so this mRNA is having what? The introns as well as exons. Introns ಮತ್ತೆ exons ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೇ ನಮಗಿಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಇಂಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ರೆಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ exon. Okay, this one is a exon and the blue part is intron. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ion ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀನಿ. Okay, and very interesting thing which is going to happen in case of what you called this actually what we can say, that is a eukaryotic the RNA, that is not RNA, it is actually called as hnRNA. Okay, hnRNA ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. What is that? What you called nuclear heterogeneous nuclear RNA, hnRNA. So this RNA is having 5' end. This 5' end is not simple 5' end. This 5' end is provided with a methylated GTP. Okay, ಅಥವಾ ಗುಣೋಸಿನ್ ಟ್ರೈಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್, methylated GTP ಇಂದ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. And this is 5'. This process of adding what you called uneven nucleotide to the 5' end of hnRNA or eukaryotic mRNA is called capping. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ capping ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So what is the purpose of adding this capping? ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದದು ಕ್ಯಾಪು? that is methylated G phosphate ಅಥವಾ 3-phosphate. So ಈ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೋ ಅದರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇರೋ ಕಾರಣ ಏನಪ್ಪ? So that is sometime what you call, because of some what you call enzyme, that RNA may destroy or may be digested. Okay, it may get digested. So to avoid that, especially the enzyme called nucleases. Okay, enzyme called nucleases. Nucleases ಅನ್ನೋ enzyme ಇಂದ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ DNA ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ತಪ್ಪಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, so it undergo a very specific what you called the modification in case of RNA at the 5' end, that is addition of the methylated G cap. Okay, so this G cap ಹಾಕೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ it is going to be what you called avoided. So that's why the RNA can be easily protected. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಒಂದು. And ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಎಂಡಿಗೆ, that is what? Addition of large amount of continuous what you called A. Okay, continuous A ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡಿನೋಸೈನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಎ ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಎ ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಎ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಅಟ್ 3' ಎಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, 3' ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಎ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಟೇಲಿಂಗ್. This is what we call tailing. ಇದನ್ನ tailing ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So what is tailing actually? That is formation of poly A tail. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಂತಾರೆ methylated G cap ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಇದನ್ನ poly A tail ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So ಈ poly A tail purpose ಏನಪ್ಪ? To avoid or to reduce the risk of deletion of the genetic information. ಬರೀ ಎ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸೋನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಶನ್ ನಡೆದ್ರೆ, ಎಕ್ಸೋನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೇಸ್ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಲೀಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ RNA. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಯಾವುದು? ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಲಿ ಎ ಟೇಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಲಿ ಎ ಟೇಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 200 to 300. ಓಕೆ, 200ರಿಂದ 300ವರೆಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. 300 ಅಪ್ ಟು 300 ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಎ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಎ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಕೋಡಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡಿಕೋಡಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ RNA. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ the what we call structure of hnRNA. This hnRNA undergo process called processing. That is what we call the hnRNA processing ಅಥವಾ maturation. RNA maturation ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಯೂಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಟಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದನ್ನ RNA maturation ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕರಿಬಹುದು. Okay, so what actually is going to happen here? There is one process called splicing. Okay, ಈ actually mRNA ಇದೆಲ್ಲ, ಇದು hnRNA ಇದೆಲ್ಲ, it is not active. Already we studied, it is not active. It is going to be what we called modified. That is, by the help of splicing, the process called splicing, a special kind of protein or special kind of special kind of RNA is going to remove this. Okay, snRNA ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, they are called spliceosomes. ಇವೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಇವಕ್ಕೆ? These all are called spliceosomes. With the help of spliceosomes, all introns are going to be removed and exons are going to be added. Okay, in this process, exons are going to be added. So first exon, second exon, third exon and fourth exon. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4. All introns are removed, all exons are joined, and as usual we are going to get what here? This side methylated G cap, and here the poly A tail. As usual, poly A tail at 3' end, here it is 5' end. Now this is what we called mRNA. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಈಗ mRNA ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. Until unless it is going to remove all its intron and going to form the exons only and join and come out of the nucleus, till that it is not going to be considered as the mRNA. It is called hnRNA. So this hnRNA is what we call one of the important RNA which is going to stop or going to indicate specific type of character in case of the organism. What is that character? That what I am going to discuss. So first ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So that is initiation is as usual, what we called the elongation is as usual, termination is as usual, but processing ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ prokaryotic ಮತ್ತೆ eukaryotic ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, so first ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So I am going to discuss one more concept on this. Okay, so ನಾವೇನು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ? That is the RNA is going to process in case of the which organism? In case of eukaryotic organism. And one more thing that what we called I want to discuss here, that is I forgot to tell you at the beginning only. So that is the types of the RNAs. Okay, so in case of eukaryote, okay, so ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಯಿತು? ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ mRNA ಬಂತು. ಓಕೆ, ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ here in case of eukaryote, the actually process of this all thing, that is initiation, elongation and termination, is going to be what we called conducted by the RNA called, the RNA polymerase called RNA polymerase 2, okay, specifically 2. In case of prokaryotic, there is no any kind of differences in case of RNA, which is going to involve in RNA polymerase enzyme, which is going to involve in production of the mRNA, tRNA and rRNA. ಯೂಕ್ಯಾರಿಟಿಕಲಿ ಈ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಷಿಯೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಲಿಮರೇಸ್ 1, okay, RNA polymerase 1 is going to help in case of production of rRNA. Specially it is going to involve in production of 18S RNA, 5.8S RNA and 28S RNA. So 3 RNAs are going to produced by RNA polymerase 1. What is that? 18S RNA, 5.8S RNA as well as 28S RNA. Okay, that is, these are the what we call specific RNA which are going to involve in constructing the ribosomes. That is already we studied construction of ribosome edrinda agtade, rRNA inda agodrinda ee units alla namak bekagtade alli. Okay, so large subunit, small subunit alli. Okay, so RNA polymerase 2 is going to help in mRNA production. Already we studied here, that is mRNA production, that is done by RNA polymerase 2. And the third and most important as well as what we called going to involve in especially in case of protein synthesis, that is tRNA. So tRNA is produced by, in case of eukaryote, that is RNA polymerase 3. Specially this RNA polymerase 3 is going to produce 5S RNA as well as snRNA. 5S RNA ಮತ್ತೆ snRNA ಇಂದ prepare ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ this is going to considered as the RNA polymerase which is going to involve in tRNA production. There are 3 types of RNA polymerase in eukaryotes and only one kind of RNA polymerase in case of prokaryote. So this prokaryote is not having any different RNA polymerase to synthesize different kind of RNAs. Okay, adu eukaryotically matra namge sigtade. And most important thing that what we have to what we called concentrate here, that is why they need this kind of complexity. ಇದರಿಂದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಇದರಿಂದ? Okay, first one, that is because of this complexity we are able to what we call analyze that evolutionarily as well as with a evolution view or with a developmental concept na ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ we can see ancient. Okay students, so that we come across what are genetic code actually and how actually the genetic code are going to help in case of the transferring the characters, okay, that is especially the coding for the specific amino acids. So in this particular concept, that is what the mutation and the genetic code, idralli navu ಏನು ಕಲಿತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ what happens if there is a change in the a sequence of DNA or maybe in the RNA. Okay, so during the replication or during the what you can say, that is the transcription. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಆ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಮಗೇನು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್? ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ಏನು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಡನ್ ಹೆರಿಟೇಬಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ in genetic material. Okay, so ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು? ಸಡನ್ ಹೆರಿಟೇಬಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಂತ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಆದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ಹೆರಿಟೇಜ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮುಂದಿನ ಜನರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂಥ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ಚೇಂಜಸ್, ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ phenotype and genotype of organisms. Okay, actually these are going to, or these mutations are going to change the phenotype sometime as well as genotype. So ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಬೇಕಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. So ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸರಿ there is a what we called the condition, so where if mutation is going to happen in those genes which are representing the phenotypic character, then definitely there is a change in the phenotype, and if it is a genotypic configuration, is of course there is going to change, but if they are not going to express, then we are not able to identify them. Okay, so if it is going to happen only in those genes which are expressing continuously and they require for the body establishment, then we are able to understand this mutation very clearly. And moreover, in general, they are going to change the phenotypic as well as genotypic what we called the property of the organism. So they are going to change or influence on the phenotype and genotype of the organism, and these are going to happen, this mutation is going to happen during the replication. ಎಲ್ಲಾಗಬಹುದು replication time ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಈ ಏನಾದರೂ modification sudden change ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಬಹುದು replication time ಅಲ್ಲಿ, or during transcription. Okay, so mRNA form ಆಗುವಾಗ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆದರೆ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದಿ ಕಾಪಿ ಎರರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋದು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? ಕಾಪಿ ಎರರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕಾಪಿ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಏನಾದರೂ ಎರರ್ ಆದರೆ then definitely we are going to call it as the mutation. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು mutation ಅಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. Why we have topic that is mutation and genetic code? Because the genetic code and mutations are what we call a kind of link. If there is a mutation, there is a change in the genetic code. Okay, definitely if we are getting some unpredictable or unpredicted protein at the end, then that protein is produced by some specific mRNA. That mRNA may be having some changes, that changes may be mutation. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ನಾವು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಬೇರೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಗಿಂತ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕಾಯಿತು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ mRNA. mRNA ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂತು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ನೌ you can say that is mutation and genetic codes are linked. Okay, so we know that the genetic code is continuous. ಆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ನ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗಬಹುದು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆದರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ that is what we call replication or transcription. ಕಾಪಿ ಎರರ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಅಂಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೀಗ ಹೇಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದಪ್ಪ? ಹೌ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ದಿಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕೋಟ್ ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ DNA ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು DNA ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ ಜೀನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ DNA ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ mRNA. ಓಕೆ, this is 3' to 5' and 5' to 3'. So it is having certain code, that is A T G C A T T C. Okay, so ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ? T T A C G T A A G. Okay, so ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. This one is going to code for mRNA. Okay, ಇದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಇವಾಗ? is going to produce the mRNA. That mRNA is having the polarity of 5' to 3'. Then we will be having the mRNA somewhat like this. That is UU A C G UAAG. Okay, so ನಮಗೆ mRNA ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕೋಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇದು? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕೋಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ 3 3 3. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಈಸಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ 9 what you call nucleotides here. So this 9 nucleotides are going to code for some specific amino acids. Okay, so specific amino acids. So what is this? This is normal, there is no change at all here. Okay, that is Uncodery UAA is going to code for phenylalanine and followed by arginine and followed by what we called lysine. Okay, so lysine. So ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ we got one polypeptide. Okay, so ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು ನಮಗೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆಪ್ಪ ನಮಗೆ phenylalanine, arginine and lysine. It is going to code for this particular mRNA. Okay, so ಈ mRNA ಇಂದ ಇದು ಕೋಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ if there is a change during the replication ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಏನಾದರೂ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆದರೆ just consider during replication in this particular ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. So for your convenience I am taking last one. Okay, so just for a convenience. So if I am going to take this part, which part? The last one. So last code ಏನಾದರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ just exchange ಆದರೆ, okay, so if this particular thing is going to form C instead of C, if G is going to appear at the upper part and C is going to appear at the lower part, of course complementary ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ change ಆಗೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then what we are going to get? Instead of G I am going to get here C. ಹೌದಾ? Instead of G I am going to get C. Then the code is now going to read as, okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ TTG ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ AAC ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ AAC ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. their code become AAG ಇರೋದು AAC ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. this last one it may change to the AAC. then AAC is going to code for aspartic acid. Okay, so this is going to code for aspartame. So it is going to code a new amino acid that is called aspartame. Instead of coding lysine is going to code the aspartame. So phenylalanine, arginine ಅಥವಾ lysine ಇರೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಿಗೋ ಬದಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ? ಹೊಸ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. What is that? Phenylalanine, arginine and aspartame. Okay, so instead of lysine it is going to replace the aspartame. This is what going to be seen in the protein. ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಂತು ನಮಗ? ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಇದು ಬಂತು changes. So this is going to cause some kind of disease, or maybe this is going to cause some kind of problem in the organism. Then is going to be considered as the mutation. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು mutation ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಯಾಕೆ? Because it is changing the either the phenotype or genotype. Definitely genotype, and expression may going to change the phenotype. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ phenylalanine, arginine, lysine ಬರೋ ಬದಲಿ phenylalanine, arginine ಮತ್ತೆ aspartame ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹೊಸ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಬಂದು ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದರ ಫಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ವಾಟ್? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್. Okay, this is what we call point mutation. So the change in the genetic material is going to change the complete structure or the complete sequence or a specific one amino acid, okay, and going to change the complete property of the protein. Okay, so ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಬೇಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ mRNA ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯಿತು. mRNA ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಅಮಿನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಂತು, and it is going to act something else or going to do something else. Because of that there is a change in the phenotype and genotype of the organism, and which leads to the what we called the variation in case of the reading frame read ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ the mutation is directly linked with genetic code. So when there is a mutation, there is a change in the reading frame. Okay, reading frame andre enu, genetic code kuda illi change agutte anta artha. Okay, so that is mutation is going to influence the change in the genetic code. So genetic code is going to be what we call changed if there is any mutation. So this is what actually going to happen if there is a mutation. Okay, adana navu enu kadibodu point mutation. Yavaga when it is because of only one amino acid, sorry, only one nucleotide. Onde nucleotide involve adre adanna navu enanta karibodu point mutation. If it is going to happen in a multiple place with a more or more than one what you called nucleotide, if it is going to be involving, then it is called gross mutation. Okay, adana gross mutation anta karitare. So ಒಂದಿದ್ರೆ point mutation, ಎರಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ gross mutation ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, so ಒಂದು simple example ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ example in case of NCERT textbook ಅಲ್ಲಿ. That simple example is somewhat like this. Okay, so if there is a mutation, there is a change in the reading what you called the process of the frame na ನಾವು change ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ shift ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು simple example ಇದೆ. That is example is somewhat like this. That is Ram has, okay, that example is Ram has red cap anta kottidare. So 1 minute that I am going to take this. Okay, so that is Ram has red cap. Red cap. Okay, so all are the word what are formed by 3 nucleotides. That's why it represents the triplet codons. Okay, so if I am going to add something in between the has and red, okay, if I am going to add something here, then the reading frame is going to change. For example, if I am going to here I am going to add the T. Okay, so ankodri, just I am going to add T. Okay, so that is Ram has T R E. Okay, so it is going to form R E, and D is going to shift to the next one, and P is going to shift to the next one. Howda? So idu P munde shift agtada, and it is going to meet with the next which is present next to it. If I am going to add here one more, okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ T ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ TRE ಆಯಿತು, ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಲೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. H ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ Ram has, okay, so I am going to add here T. Ram has, okay, THR, so R and E is going to shift next, EDC, AP, and the AP is going to meet with the next one. What is there, whatever it is there, next one, it is going to meet with the next one. Munde hogtada, shift to shift agtada. If I am going to add E, okay, then the frame become Ram has the red cap. Howda? Ram has red cap ididu. Ram has the red cap aitu. Howda? It has become Ram has the red cap. So here addition of one complete new set of nucleotide or triplet code is going to happen, and this particular what you call mRNA, instead of producing the protein with a 4 amino acid, now able to produce protein with a 5 amino acid. Howda? 1 2 3 4 5. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 2 3 4 ಇತ್ತು, 4 amino acid ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿ apart from that it is going to produce a chain of 5 amino acid. Then it has become a new amino acid sequence. Howda? It become a new what we called the the protein sequence or protein. So it is going to act like a new protein produced by the organism. So that's why this is what the addition. Okay, so by adding the nucleotide, we are changing the sequence, is called insertion. Okay, mutation by insertion. Mutation is going to happen because of insertion. If we are going to delete, then what happens? That is what we call deletion. Okay, so Ram has cap. Ashte. Okay, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ? If I am going to completely delete the red, RED na delete ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ, then it will become Ram has cap. Okay, ಇದೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ? And instead of 4 amino acid, it is going to form only 3 amino acid. This is what we call the mutation because of deletion. Okay, mutation because of deletion. Mutation may occur due to the addition or mutation may occur because of deletion. By removing the nucleotide sequence or removing the nucleotides, we can add or we can create a mutation, or the cell can have a mutation in this particular sequence. By insertion or deletion also it can show the mutation. Okay, so ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೊಸ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಹೋಗೋದ್ರಿಂದನೂ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತೆಗೆಯೋದ್ರಿಂದನೂ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದಿ ಫ್ರೇಮ್. ಇಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಡಿಂಗ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ 3. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 3 ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಒಂದು ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ನ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಡಿಂಗ್ THE, there is a 5 with a meaning, but there is a 5 and the specific what we called the shift of red cap is taking place, is called frame shift mutation. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸ 3 what we call letters ನ ಹಾಕೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ, ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ನ ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ 3 ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಹೇಗಾಗಬಹುದು? ಬೈ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಬೈ ಡಿಲಿಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೊ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮೇ ಆಕರ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್, ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮೇ reverse, or what you called the deletion may leads to the backflow, forward shift also and reverse shift also. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ deletion ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ರೆಡ್ ಹೋಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಬಂತು, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ THE ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ರೆಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, that's why it is also the shift. So it is shifting may be forward or reverse. That is what we call ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ನಾವು ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ರೀಸನ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಬಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಬಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲಿ it may happen, or physical, or maybe chemical mutation, or mutagens, or those chemicals or those things which are involving in what you call mutation of the genetic code, they are called mutagens. Okay, ಅದನ್ನ mutagens ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲಿನೂ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ವೈರಸ್ ಅಥವಾ or something else, any biological material or maybe change in the cell may induce the mutation. Physical ಇಂದನೂ ಆಗಬಹುದು. That physical mutation may be because of the temperature, because of the what you call radiation. Okay, so or different kind of physical things it may happen. Next one, the chemical. So for example, some chemicals are there, they may induce the mutation. So if chemical is inducing the deletion or addition of the frame, or maybe the exchange of the what we call the nucleotide, then it is called the chemical mutation. So chemical ಇಂದನೂ ಆಗಬಹುದು, biological material ಇಂದನೂ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ physical things ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. So that is mutation is going to happen in different way. Okay, so that already we studied, you are going to study in case of not studied, you are going to study in case of the chapter called the inheritance, principles of inheritance. ಅಲ್ಲಿ sickle cell anemia ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. In case of sickle cell anemia, there is a change of what you called the position of amino acid because of ದಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ mRNA. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಥವಾ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅನಿಮಿಯಾ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ರಿಕಾಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ and how it is going to cause physically or phenotypically and genotypically in the organism. So ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಫಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಮತ್ತು ಜಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಫಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಮತ್ತು ಜಿನೋಟೈಪ್ನ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ದಿ ಸಿಕಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅನೇಮಿಯಾ, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಕಮ್ ಟು ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ and how it is going to influence the organisms the structure. Got it? So the next video we will continue in the next one.